Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, and this is your Cannabis Business Podcast. Today, we are here live at the World Trade Center for a multi-state operator panel. Today, my guests include Wes Abney, Justin Ruiz, Jerry Derevyanny, and Kacey Morrissey. Wes is the mad genius behind the Northwest Leaf, a cannabis magazine prioritizing the patient's voice. Co-founded in Seattle in 2010, they celebrated their 100th issue last October, and they'll celebrate their 9th anniversary next month in June. Northwest Leaf, Oregon Leaf, and Alaska Leaf are monthly magazines that cover cannabis from every angle. The magazine has been a leader in providing high-quality journalism, photography, and a web hub for both the recreational and medicinal marijuana community. In July of 2014, Wes expanded with the Oregon Leaf, and in 2016 launched Alaska Leaf, then recently expanded to the East Coast with the Maryland Leaf. Wes is also the co-host of the Leaf Life podcast, as well as a cannabis producer-processor in Washington, Alaska, Oregon, and Nevada, with access to over 1,000-store distribution channel, making cannabis-infused edibles called Leafchews and a medical version called Leafchews. Next up is Justin Ruiz, owner of Hypeherbally Cannabis Shop. Justin has been heavily involved in the cannabis space since 1999 when he got involved with HempFest, first as a fellow protester, and then he began supporting the event through vending in 2007. In 2011, Justin established Hypeherbally, a medical marijuana dispensary, recently reopened as a 21 and over licensed cannabis rec shop. Justin is proud to have helped pioneer the Washington cannabis industry as we know it today, and has been busy creating a lifestyle brand around Hypeherbally, named #1 name in Washington State by the Seattle Times. Last year, Justin and Wes launched a shuttle tour service together called Higher Than a Space Shuttle. Justin, thanks for coming on board. From New York commercial litigator to general counsel of the largest recreational company in Washington State, Jerry Derevyanny is the executive vice president of corporate development and director of Cannex Capital Group. Cannex was founded in 2017 and is managed by a team of experienced industry and capital markets experts who are committed to aggressive, cost-effective growth. Cannex facilitates growth through cash flow from operations, strategic acquisitions, partnerships, and by leveraging the expertise of its experienced operational team. Cannex provides a range of comprehensive and flexible growth options for licensed cannabis cultivators, processors, and or rec shops domestically and internationally, including providing turnkey real estate with operational infrastructure as well as long-term advisory and consulting services. Cannex is a publicly traded company listed on the Canadian Securities Exchange under the symbol CNNX. And remotely, today we have Kacey Morrissey with us. She's the Director of Industry Analytics at New Frontier Data. Educated as an engineer with experience in institutional asset management, Morrissey brings a unique blend of technical analytical abilities, intuitive market awareness, and a high-level understanding of institutional risk management to the cannabis industry. Since joining New Frontier Data in 2015, she's developed economic models to produce some of the most accurate and widely quoted industry market projections in the legal cannabis industry, as well as produce the first preliminary analysis of global cannabis demand. Prior to joining New Frontier, Morrissey was a senior investment analyst at the Hershey Trust Company, where she was responsible for public and private equity investment, due diligence, and analysis for the Trust's $12 billion investment portfolio. Today's multi-state operator panel is hosted at the World Trade Center. The World Trade Center in Tacoma grows trade and investment by providing direct access to the largest business network in the world with 300 offices in 99 countries. The World Trade Center in Tacoma is the lone trade service for the Pacific Northwest. The seminars, award ceremonies, and conferences can generate contacts and contracts. Trade research can clarify opportunities, and their matchmaking can turn those opportunities into trade. The e-commerce export store has partnered with Alibaba and is translated into 18 languages with about 40,000 unique visitors every month, giving your product an opportunity to be seen globally. Perfect. And so building on that, Justin, as a cannabis business expands into multiple states, access to capital becomes a key business consideration. In some instances, as state licensing regulations may require the business applying for the license to demonstrate substantial financial resources, capital to build out facilities and business operations become critical. A business can raise capital by taking out debt, borrowing money, selling equity. So once a business begins accepting money from outside investors, a whole host of security and financial regulations become important. So as a business owner, what factors do you have or consider to determine when either you can take out a loan or give out equity? Which is kind of a loaded question because you can't take out loans.
Right. So I have vetted money from the medical days. I'm fully self-funded at this point. It's just me and my wife. We're not quite at the point where we're going to take on capital, but I definitely think that if you're new in an established market and you're going to take that risk, you should definitely go for some big money capital. I think that for me, the time is going to be when it's actually federally unscheduled. I think that right now there's a lot of structuring going on where there's some big players in the mix, but they're not quite willing to risk everything that they have going, whether a lot of them will have restaurants and all the, liquor licenses at risk. And so I think that for people like me, it'd be really smart to hold on as much as you can, self-funded. And then once it's federally unscheduled, I think there's going to be some real investors that are, I look at it right now as I know there's some real big players, but a lot of them that I see on my level are like the offshore account holding kind of guys, like there's like a lot of sleazy business guys in right now. And it's kind of like I've never seen more gangsters in our community than right now. And it's funny because they're all trying to peg us as like the black market and you guys were the ones in the game, it's just been funny because it's kind of like this like fake mob vibe right now. And I'm excited for it to go legal because those guys will get crushed by who they're trying to emulate, and there'll be some real capital where we can actually access, where a business like me, with my numbers, I could access pretty much any loan I would really want if I was a normal business. And I've been in business now for almost 10 years, and it's just I'm tired of structuring bank accounts. I'm ready. I'm ready for this. So everybody else who's not really established isn't ready. They're so scared of federal legalization, but I'm so excited for it. It's going to be a beautiful thing. I think that's the best time to take on money. If you have skin in the game, there's only so many people especially after I think states go green. You're also looking at a cultural attack that happens that you'll have to survive. So if you can survive that, if you go back to that marathon concept, if you can get to that point where you're still here and you've proven your model, then right at legalization is when you get money. Hold out. It's the marathon. Hold out for that money.
And with that, we're out of time. I want to thank my guests for coming on, Jerry with Cannex Capital Group and Forefront. Thank you. I want to thank Wes Abney of the Northwest Leaf and Leafchews. Justin, I appreciate you coming out. He's with Hypeherbally. Also, him and Wes joined up for the Higher Than a Space Shuttle. And Kacey with New Frontier Data, I appreciate you being on the line with us today.
Thanks so much.
All right, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, Kacey.
So with that, we're going to roll this one up. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is a Talking Hedge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't. And I'm out.